Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the live. Now you're gonna see me basically cooking that, and yes, there is stuff happening in the background, but people are just watching TV and all of that. So yeah, we'll be there. Just set the sharing.
But before, I want to thank today's sponsor, Medscape. We're diving right into Medscape's new ultimate hair grooming duo, introducing the Dome Shaver Pro Head Shaver and the Dome Soother Hair Aftershave Lotion. First, let's talk about the Dome Shaver Pro. This little beast comes with 5 rotary blades designed with Medscape's signature skin-safe technology, which means you can shave confidently, knowing you're less likely to experience nicks and cuts. Plus, it's waterproof, rechargeable, it has a high-performance motor, and features Medscape's new Flex Adjust technology that adapts to the unique contours of your scalp for a more precise and comfortable shave. Moving on to the Dome Soother Hair Aftershave Lotion. This lotion is dermatology tested and designed for your scalp. It's infused with ingredients like aloe, roti colada, and collagen oats to come and soothe your skin after shaving. Not to mention, it is alcohol-free, making it nice and gentle on your skin. These two new products are a dynamic duo that will take your hair grooming routine to the next level. So if you are ready to elevate your hair grooming game, head over to Medscape.com and get your Dome Shaver Pro and Dome Soother today. Use promo code Google to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. That's 20% off plus free international shipping with promo code Google at Medscape.com. Trust me, your scalp will thank you.
Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just sharing off the live in that.
All right, everybody, here we got our feast, gentlemen. I'm still here.
Alright. Obviously, I was one of the viewers. Let me just grab my items. Yeah, that's perfect.
Another shades. Oh, I'll show you something.
When you buy soda off your fridge, it is a record of time when the same soda panel runs the fridge and charges its backup battery through the soda panel.
My pleasure.
Understand? It's seamlessly switches to stored battery power. It works off the grid without additional power source. Deep by Art of Living.
Where is it?
Chicken, fish, some empanadas. What is steak? What can go wrong? Yeah, this is lamb and stuff, but that would be too much if we can't handle it. There's a lot of meat. Yeah, that's a lot. That's for the whole crew. So here's the deal. I got a little experiment going on right here. There's a lot of food to eat, so enough talking and let's begin. So
Hey, what up, Ricardo? What's going on, man? Hope you enjoy the stream. Right now, I'm just basically cooking myself and for my family some steak sandwiches. Now, very simple and all that. This is the steaks we're using, and let me just say, nice cut. I'll show you how this looks. There, you see? See that thickness right there? That is a nice bit of steak right there. Right here. We're gonna season it quickly while we get things done and all that. So basically, you take your steaks, slap them on. Hopefully you can see that. Also gonna show you guys some tips and tricks. So if you want to ask anything, please ask away. Hey, what up? What up, man? What's going on? I'm watching you on TikTok. Wow. Interesting. Didn't know this actually broadcast on TikTok. Alright, now we're gonna season the steaks. Alright. Salt, pepper. That's all. Could use garlic powder. In fact, why not? I'm gonna grab some garlic powder. But the thing about garlic powder, it tastes more like garlic. I am forgetting one thing, which is my apron. Don't want to get my shirt dirty.
It's just not my favorite, so I can't really, I don't know, I'm like, I like your honesty. Yeah.
Because, that doesn't really help if you're busy cooking and suddenly things start splashing on you. And I'm going to be cooking everything on a gas stove because, to be honest, gas is better than electricity. Alright, let's tighten that. Now, to actually show you, I'm gonna just lower this camera a bit. There you go. Here's steaks. The thing about steaks is be generous with the salt and the pepper. Alright? Alright, so don't just put on a small layer because while you're cooking the steak, most of the salt will actually start to come off it and none of the flavor goes in. Outside, forgot to tell I'm from South Africa. Nice man. It's good to have another South African here. Alright, just season this very generously.
Alright, enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Right. As I said, be generous. Very generous.
I think that's the best one. That's the best one.
Before we flip, okay, so we're gonna add some pepper. I have grounded pepper, but you can have like particles and all that. But don't worry about burning the pepper if you're gonna use like raw kernels in that, and there's like pieces, because it only takes about 3 minutes before it will burn, so it'll be perfectly fine. All right, and then garlic powder. Now, garlic powder literally it gives you a bit of an umami flavor to it. All right, put it on.
I give you honest opinion on this one because we are steak people.
There you go. And I forgot just one more thing. Monosubio glutamate. Probably butchered that name. MSG. This is going to enhance the flavor. Gonna put, because the thing is with this, it actually makes the steak taste meatier. That's the thing that we need. Okay, so we're gonna take our free hand, and we're gonna just pat it down, pat all of the stuff in, make sure none of it comes off. Then we do the other side. Okay, flip it, flip it. Now, don't use the meaty hand in the salt and that, you don't want to cross-contaminate. Add some salt. Okay, thing, use a ramekin if your salt is in a plastic, because you're going to struggle. Okay, there you go. Now I could just do this on a YouTube video, but what's the point in that? Like you guys to watch real time. Okay. Okay. I personally use Dijon mustard with salt and pepper. That's a good one. That's a good one over there. The reason I'm not doing that, don't worry about that. Alright. There you go. I'm gonna just wash my hands.
If you've never had it, it has a vinegar base, but many
You okay?
ingredients that produces an incredible body.
Just checking up on you. Just have to always check up on my mother.
You already know that
Very special person. Very special person in my life.
Wasn't
for her, I wouldn't be here. Let me see here. Do you believe in Christ, bro? Why would I make a video calling myself a true Christian if I didn't believe in Christ? Of course I do, man. God bless. Jesus is the way. Tomorrow I'm going to the hospital. Damn, man. Sorry, what happened? Sorry to hear that, man. Sounds horrible in that. Okay, pat this down. Okay, so with the steak, we're gonna put it on the side. Don't worry. Now let all of those go through the steak and that. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm talking loud because you're not seeing me. W, yeah, definitely a win, buddy. Definitely a win. Christ is the way. Alright, now for the others. Now, for this steak sandwich, I'm going to be adding coleslaw. Well, proper coleslaw. Because it's going to have some creaminess to it. It's going to go well with the steak and everything. Also adding some tomatoes. Almost making this in the style of a burger mixed with a steak and other things. And don't need to make any sides. Don't worry, I'm just going to go to the hospital for a surgery. I want. Oh, okay. That's understandable. Well, I hope you get through it and all that. Free lit Dirk. Who the hell? Free little Dirk. His childhood friend was wearing a wire for Buns. Scotty, that's not the whole thing of our video. Right now we're cooking and all that. Please. Okay, understandable. Free and all that. But please don't bring that into the video, please. Alright, now we got some tomato. YouTube, I'm just cooking. Okay, and then we're gonna cut this as thinly as possible. My knives are not as sharp as they used to, but it doesn't stop me from cutting them perfectly. Alright. See that? About that thin. That thin. We don't want to give too much tomato. We don't want a whole chunk that literally makes you look like you have red teeth and all that. Just gonna cut them very thinly. The thing is, people keep believing that a tomato is a vegetable. It's a fruit. It has seeds and also grows on a bush. Okay. I'm gonna use about that much. Because the thing is, there's gonna be a lot of steak on this sandwich, so we need something to counteract. So about we're gonna say about 6 slices. So 3 for each sandwich. And the rest of this, we're going to put it in a Tupperware so we can use it later. I want to be very careful with putting things just in plastics. But it's not a big deal. I'm just going to get my children. I'm going to be done. Then I am going to be back home. Alright, that's good. That's good and all that. Just like Jack and Avo. Yeah, Jack and Avo. That's a very good combination. But yeah, man. I can hear where you're going at, and I hope everything goes well. Let me grab a paper plate. By the way, if you make burgers or anything, and you have tomato, to give more flavor, add salt onto it, because it will bring up a lot of the flavor coming out of it. It's called tomato, not tomato. That's what I'm saying, tomato. 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 Let me rephrase that. What I mean is, I'm just going to get my back surgery done, then I'm going back. Oh, okay. Understandable, understandable. Believe me, man, I have a brother who has a bit of back problems and all of that, so I really hope that this surgery goes well and all that. So, you're saying it wrong. It's tomato. Water. Water. Bruh, I'm South African. I literally am saying it properly. Water. Tomato. Potato. You don't say potato. What the hell is potato? You Americans saying tomato. My bro, ek is van South Africa, okay? I'm not American. My accent may be messed up, but I'm not American. Not even close. Hey, alright, let's get back to what we were doing. Clean the station. We're just gonna wipe up. Okay, before we start with the steaks, we want to make sure, and this is what a lot of people get wrong when they have the buns, is that they don't toast their buns. Bro, I'm Irish, I get messed up since... No, it's okay, buddy, it's okay, it's alright. It's understandable, don't worry about it. Just saying, not American. Actually, I find that as an insult. How dare people think I'm American? I'm full-blooded South African.
Included or
Put this back.
everything? This is so big. Oh my god. Now, normally at a hotel, you get a key. But here,
Don't forget the MSG. By the way, if you ever find it, use MSG. What's wrong with America? It is a beautiful country. I'm not saying that. I mean Americans. There are a lot of Americans that think because I live in Africa, I'm basically riding on a lion, or my pet is an elephant, or they literally ask if you're South African, why are you white? A lot of them need some education. You want me to send you some water or some? Now, hey, food sake, winner, food sake. Okay. I'll be back, guys. Guys, I'm just doing something. I'm talking to you from the part of the home. I'm just changing something. Talk amongst yourselves. Come on. Okay, there you go. Settings. Come on. Accessories. Okay. Okay, guys, just changing something here quickly. Do not fear. I'm just changing something quickly. Hey, don't leave. Don't leave. I'm just doing something. I'm just doing something. Okay, hold this. Don't worry, guys. I'm just pairing something. My mother wants to watch her TV while wearing headphones. Different South African people. Yes, exactly. We're a rainbow nation. A rainbow nation. Okay. There you go. Yes, pair. Oh, come on. YouTube. There you go. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to pay something. Exactly where we are different kind of South African people around South Africa. Exactly, my brother. Exactly, my brother. We're all different. Really, that's a fun thing about us. We're the rainbow nation. All right. Don't worry, I'm in the view, just grabbing a knife for the cutting. Okay, so usually you would use a bread knife, but my bread knife's not working, so I'm using one of these. Don't worry, it acts as a bread knife. But basically, just cut up, simple as that. Again, it's like a burger, so just cut up a bun. Again, I'm using a very small knife, so my cutting may not be the best ever. Okay, there you go. And the cool thing about this is that before we throw anything on, we want to get these buns nice and crispy. Now, before you do, you're going to need something to cover it. You can use butter, but I'm using margarine because butter is expensive. Okay, and then just grab a knife, butter knife, and you just slather it on. Now the reason we're doing this is because we want to get it a nice toasted color. And yeah, basically make it nice and colorful. For this, make sure your pan isn't too hot so you don't burn everything. All right. Okay, gonna cover that, and while that happens, turn on the pan. Right here, for this occasion, I got a cast iron. Look at that beauty right there. Look at that beauty. That is a cast iron pan. That is perfect for steaks, burgers, and that. You can also get a cast iron where it doesn't have the lids in that. This is more for if you want to do more universal things like make like a stew or something, and it's big enough. But you can get ones without the rim. so you can make burgers properly and all that. Next time, I'm going to show you guys how to make what is, I think it's an onion burger, but it's mostly American. But I'll maybe throw a bit of a South African flair in there. Alright, and then grab your buns and just lay them on. Lay them on like that. Since it's not that hot yet, I don't have to worry about it burning me. And there you go. So that's going to take a bit of time. But also for this, you can get yourself a nice onion, which I probably should have gotten while I was doing this. Yeah, here we go. You guys could also, if you added like steak and all that, you can also make yourself what is known as a blooming onion. And a blooming onion is basically you cut off the top, and then you see this over here. First, remove the skin, of course. And then cut it close to the edge. Because you want that part to be there, so when it falls like a flower. Now, this is a very juicy onion. Very juicy. So, we're gonna just do this. Don't worry, this is just bread. It's not meat, so I'm not causing cross-contamination. I'm just making sure I cook this properly. Well, we're not going to cook it. This is actually going to be raw, because we've already got the steak in that. This is supposed to cut through the meatiness of it. You can cook it and caramelize it if you want, but I prefer to have a bit of a raw onion. If the skin would come off... Okay, I'm just gonna... Don't do this. I'm just doing this to remove the skin. Let me have a look. Now, as you see, we gotta get like that color. So, I'm gonna press this a bit more. That's why these are perfect. Nice and flat, but there's a nice curve. So we're gonna press it down so it gets everywhere. We're gonna leave that for a bit. We're actually gonna turn off the stove. So it continues to cook because the cast iron has already gotten a lot of heat from it. So it's going to continue to cook, but it's not going to overcook it. Well, it's not supposed to cook it. It's supposed to get it like nice and brown. We want a beautiful color of brown. Why am I struggling with an onion? Maybe I should literally not cut this next time. I mean, cut it off screen, but what? There you go. Yeah, stupid skin. Alright, I'll take the skins. I'm going to quickly throw them away. Okay, clean this off. Doing this quickly because the time currently is about, it's nearly 8 o'clock, and, well, people are hungry. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, as you can see, right there, you see that beautiful color? You see this beautiful color right here? That's what you want. Because there's nice crispy bits. When you bite, it's got that. Hey, what is going on? Falea? I'm saying this wrong. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna leave this for just a bit more. Put that heat back on. Because, we got some crispy edge, but the inside is still not to my liking yet. Don't worry, the countertop has been cleaned and everything, so there's no problem. Submission is your own chance. Huh? Why do you have to account on TikTok? Well, I have all different accounts, buddy. Literally, I started TikTok like a while ago, like back in 2020, no 2021. After the whole certain aspect happened, and I'm just basically doing my own thing, Okay, so I'm gonna cut up some onion, and about a small. Again, my cutting is not precise, but still good. So we're gonna check up on this. Perfect. Now that's what we wanted. Now, we're going to get to cooking the steak now. But first, we're just going to finish off this onion. Again, this is if you want some nice, strong onion. And don't worry, this is not going to go to waste. This is going to be packed away for tomorrow's meal. It's a perfect thing. You don't have to use everything. You just have to use a certain amount and, use the rest for the next time. What are you cooking? I'm cooking steak sandwiches, as it says over there. Mixing my two favorite things, a sandwich with steak. Okay, we're going to put this here. Sorry if everything looks diamakar, as we would say here in South Africa, but I'm cooking at a fast pace, and while the steaks are cooking, that's when we're going to get things done. Alright, we're just going to move a few things here. Also, classic cheese. We're going to make sure we make this as creamy as possible. Okay. Oh yeah, that's some strong. That is... Okay. So we're going to leave this on the side. Over here. Alright. Just going to do some packing away. Ask any questions that are on your guys' minds. Damn, we went really down on the viewership. I really have no idea why. But, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to continue with everything. Okay, just clean my surface. Always make sure that your surface is clean. You don't want to freaking well cook while everything look like ass. Okay, remove that. Clean the surface. Okay. Now we're going to move this to here. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys properly right here. So, first thing we're going to... Nice! Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Now, I know the steaks don't look really good, but you see that bit of glistening? That is a lot of the moisture that's being pulled from the steak with the salt. Don't worry, it's not going to pull all of it. It's just going to pull a certain amount. That's going to make it absolutely great. What we're going to do is going to pat it down just to remove most of the water. We're going to add a bit of oil, and we're going to get it nice and crisp. We want to cook this about 2 minutes each side. But what I'm going to do is 1 minute one side, turn it, another minute, turn it, and so on. And then we're going to add in the butter. Okay, we're going to pat this down. We're going to pat it down. We don't want to rub it. We don't want to rub any of that rub off. But we're going to just pat it down. Just to remove most of the moisture. We don't want to remove any of the seasoning that's on the steak. And, as I said, butter. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but it's kept in a nice place so it doesn't get contaminated. I'm going to cut about... I'm going to say about this first. I'm going to cut that. There you go. Going to cut about a good chunk of butter. We want to make sure we cook it properly. Are you going to share? If you were here, I would. But you're sadly not here, so I cannot. Okay, we want to add just a bit more oil. Because we want to create some form of a crisp. But when we add in the butter, that's when we're adding in the flavor that's going to go into the steak. And because, I don't think that's enough oil. We're going to add just a bit more. Now, if you can actually add beef tallow. Because beef tallow is actually going to give you more flavor. But sadly, I do not have beef tallow at the moment. I'm getting more at the end of this month. Hopefully, when I get monetized. Okay, I'll stay. Alright, so we're going to get this hot enough. Now, I don't have a timer on me because, well, my timer that I did have did not work. So I'm going to use the timer in the back. Or you can just do it by feeling. Sorry about that. Alright, what we're going to actually do Yeah, we have to cook it about 2 minutes each side. So I'm gonna have to grab a timer quickly. I'll be back. Can I use your phone as a timer?
You've got onions.
Yeah, can I use your phone for a timer? The timer we had is broken.
What?
Can I use your phone as a timer?
No.
Thank you. Just use your fingerprint. Fingerprint.
Almost right.
Yeah, just put on the fingerprint. Thank you. Alright guys, we are back. Okay, we're gonna just turn this down a bit because we don't want it to start smoking. I'm just grabbing a timer quickly. Sorry, my timer basically broke. I'm gonna have to buy a new one, so I'm just using my my mother's phone. Yes, my mother. Again, she kept me off the streets. She's very helpful. We're gonna go to the timer quickly, if I can find it. All right, there you go. Go on the clock. If it would just move a bit faster. Okay, come on. Damn, it's like taking a bit of a time. Okay, so we'll clock, stopwatch, timer. Okay, we're gonna do it for about a minute. See, we're gonna do it for a minute each because we want to basically not overcook the steak. That's a whole thing. And yeah, it's hot. So if you see me getting a lip there, it's perfectly normal. Okay, so let's get the steak going. So it's nice and hot. So I'm going to, there's a bit of a smaller steak here, so we'll cook that at the end. But let's get the biggest boy out. Ooh, you hear that sizzle? Okay, so we're just also gonna keep it there. You can use one of these, but in my preference, if I can find it, I'd rather use a tong. And no, not that one. Ah, here it is. I had other ones, but currently do not have them. Borrowed it to a friend. Because we're using your phone as the camera for YouTube. Yes, exactly. So, I'm going to use this. As I said, I would have had my other one, but currently it's being used by a different person. But any tong will do, as long as it's something you can grab the steak with. Now, it won't have crisp color after the first one. We're trying to flip it over and over. This is my preferred technique. You can do just 2 minutes on each side, but I prefer this because I can control it. There you go. And restart that. I'm also moving it around so that it can get a nice bit of color. Okay. Okay. Yeah, heat's perfectly fine. I'm also just moving it around so it gets a perfect amount over here. Okay, so we're also going to get our butter ready. Now, you don't want to burn the butter. Don't burn the butter. Because if you burn the butter, it's going to go into the steak and make it taste gunk. You have to make sure it gets brown, a nice brown color. And then we take the cloth and we just wipe out that because we don't want to cause any issues. We also are going to use one of these paper plates so we don't cause any mess and all of that. And then once that's done, because we're going to take the excess of the butter and pour it all over the steak. This is going to get hot, so something about a cast iron. Well, now we flip again. And now we add in the butter. Now, the perfect thing about the butter is we're going to basically put the steak to one end, and we're going to spoon on the melted butter. Okay, and then we're going to restart. Okay, so get it to the end. We're going to just get some color on there. but we're still keeping it on the fire so it actually continues to gain color. I'm gonna flip it around. You want some of that fat. There's a bit of fat skin in that needs to basically cook. So going to do that. Okay, as you can see, the butter is browning. Well, you can't really see, but the butter is browning because it's not too hot. Okay, now since it's for a steak sandwich, you don't really need it to be that color, but sometimes you can get it so briskly colored and beautiful. But that's the perfect thing about the butter. It's going to give it a nice bit of sear and a nice bit of color. Hopefully enough color. Alright, we're going to take it and quickly flip. As I said, it's not the best, but it's good enough for the food. Good enough to eat. Okay, we're going to take this and continue to... Now, yeah, I'm basically burning myself by doing this, but it's perfectly fine. The steak comes first. Just flip it around because you want everything to have color. Okay? Doing well so far. Now I know I can't really show you how it looks, but I will show you how the end product looks. But believe me, this is only the one. The others are going to look even better. Alright, and for resting, make sure to do it about the same time that you, for the same time you've had it on. Now, have a look at that. That is a beautiful color, right? Beautiful color. That's up the end of it. So we're going to take the excess, and we're going to pour a bit of it on. Because that butter is going to give it more and more flavor. I'm going to turn this off quickly. And there you go. Okay, we're going to dismiss that quickly. We're going to quickly just wipe out. Because the thing is, yeah, there is butter in there. But the thing is, now that I'm going to do it for more, it's going to end up burning. And that's going to be a horrible taste. So we're going to just wipe that out. Ow. Yeah, that's my dumbass being dumb. Okay, we're going to just grab another. Just going to wipe out the excess. There you go. And there, yeah. And then we do the next steak. Any questions so far? Any questions whatsoever? If you guys have questions, please ask. Okay. Next, we're going to add a bit more oil. Yeah, we want to add a bit, just not too much. We're going to get it super hot. Okay, I may need to swap out the canister. That's the thing about a gas stove. You need to swap out the canisters and all that at points. Let me check on my battery life. Yeah, battery life is perfectly fine. I joined at the perfect time to witness pain. Hey, what up, Scully? What's going on, buddy? What's going on? What's going on, my bro? My brother. My brother. My brother. Okay, so we're going to put this here. Yeah. So we're just going to let it get hot and all that. Again, guys, have any questions? Please ask. It's not an issue. Plus, the perfect thing about this, since it's live streaming, the live stream is going to stay on the onto YouTube, and then you guys can go and watch it and everything. Hell, I might even post a video showing you what this looks like. Okay, so getting it very hot because we want it to sizzle. We want it to sizzle. We want it to sizzle. I'm gonna get canceled one of these days for that. Okay, and yeah, this hand has already been burned. I'm gonna have some burn marks and all that, but I've had enough pain as it is. Okay, so we're seeing a bit of smoke, but that's perfectly fine because we want this sizzling hot. We gotta get a good crust on it, my brothers, my brothers, and all that. Okay, we're gonna quickly just do this because this one is getting a lot of moisture, and we want that moisture. We don't want that moisture. We want it to crisp. So there you go. We're gonna add just a bit more salt. Okay, just put this down. As I said, be generous with your salt. So we're gonna add just a bit more salt. There you go. This to the one side. I don't want to overdo it, but there you go. Close. Okay, and then we're gonna add this in. Start the timer. Put that on high, and move it around. We want to get crisp. We want it to get very crisp. Do you know some people marinate meat in Coke? Yes, that's actually a perfect thing because the sugar and the acids in the Coke actually break down the meat so it becomes more tender. And some even say more juicy. Juicy! That's the cool thing about this. We're also trying to make it as juicy as possible, but good and all of that. Okay? Okay, we're going to just cut a bit more butter just to help it out. So we're going to cut about another... Okay, again, this is the cool thing. I don't use butter a lot, so that I actually savor it. There you go. Restart, and yeah, then we move it. Get it to where the oil is sizzling, because we want to get a crisp cut steak. We want that nice glaze. So move it around. Make sure the oil is hitting the spots. Make sure it's actually like covering it, so we get like a nice color onto it. Looks good. Thank you, Cormac. Cormac. Why the fuck am I saying that? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Okay, our fire is still good. We're gonna just fix that right there. We were a bit. Okay. So as I said, it's gonna get a nice color. It's gonna look great. How you doing, Coleman? What's going on, man? What's going on? How's life treating you? Life treating me like it treats a certain employee. Okay, and then we're gonna grab the butter. Now, yes, the butter is actually melting a bit. So, okay, we're gonna flip this. Yeah, that doesn't have a lot of color. That's fine. We're gonna just. Okay, there you go. And then we're going to restart. Resume, yes? Okay, grab this, grab a spoon, and get this to the fire. Going to let that sizzle. So, one can say you love meat. Yes, I love meat, but not that type of meat. Stop being nasty. Okay, messed a bit of butter on there. Okay, basically we're basically frying it in the butter. That's a perfect thing to say. We're basically frying it in the butter. Add a bit more butter. There you go. Are you a chef? No, I am not a chef. Because, well, I don't have any culinary cooking under my belt, but I am a good cook. Okay, just gonna quickly do that. Okay, we're gonna grab this. And quickly. Okay, restart. There you go. As I said, this is basically almost deep frying it in butter, but it's also getting a lot of flavor. A lot of flavor. I wish I could show you how it looks, but, you know, that's a cool thing. Oh yeah, now it's getting some nice color. Now, the way I like my steak is a nice medium. Medium rare to medium well. Slightly pink or very pink. Okay? Yep. There you go. Alright, we're gonna put this here. And as we did for the last one, we're gonna add in the butter. Oh, there you go. We're gonna just dismiss that quickly. Turn off the pan. And then repeat. We repeat the process of just wiping out the rest of the butter and all that, because we don't want burnt butter in our food. Alright. Okay. The thing is, like, it's not just me. There's cooks like Guga, who, I think he was just a cook. I don't think he's ever been in the Michelin business and all that. But Guga from Guga Foods, he doesn't have that, but he's he knows what he's doing. Hello, I favorite meat, buddy. I can't speak Spanish. Yeah, that's Spanish. Estás ¿cómo está? No, bro, I can't speak Spanish. I wish I could. Spanish is a very beautiful language. Okay. Put it away. Okay, and now we're going to do the final steak. The final steak is a bit smaller than the originals, but it's perfectly fine.
Breakers on.
Okay, get that hot.
Buns upstairs. Third room up.
And yeah, we repeat the process.
In the attic. Bone to the right in front of the breaker.
Okay, get it really hot. While that does it, that means one of the steaks have actually.
This way there.
Okay, we're gonna move this, and we're gonna quickly clean the board so I can check on the progress of the steak. So I'll be back. There it is. Alright. Board is nearly cleaned. Quickly do this. Get dry and everything so we can cut this steak. Alright. That is hot. Let's throw this. Cool thing about this one though is that it's got a nice bit of fat. So it's going to help a bit. So I'm going to start it up. Okay, while that does this thing, we're going to take this steak here, still warm, covered in those juices, and we're going to cut it. But we're not going to use the butter knife. That is a no-no. That is what we call cross-contamination. So we're going to use a separate knife. Okay, so...
First room upstairs, freezing temp.
Okay. Takes a little over, but again, as long as it's soft and everything.
First evidence of freezing temp. So that matters.
Right? Take this off. There you go.
Sanity
Okay, that's
is
one.
average
Another.
above 80, so okay for now.
For this one, we're gonna do it just about a minute.
Ancient technology. Definitely got some down the motion sensor.
Keep them in there. Now guys, I want you to see how this steak, see how it breaks. Just peels off. Absolutely amazing. Alright.
Do you have those doors?
Alright. So we're gonna do like we did it before. Throw it on here. Put it to there. And then quickly cover it. Get a nice bit of color. Now the thing is, the reason we're doing this for less time is because it's a thinner steak. Okay, there we go. Give it some nice color. Okay, and then we're gonna dismiss, and we're just gonna keep just getting some nice color on there, just for a bit. Yeah, these steaks will not be perfect on medium rare because of the thickness, but this is the cheapest stuff they have, and let me just say, I don't have much on money, so.
Alright. That's the famous circle.
Alright, there you go. Alright, good. Now we're going to take it off. Now for this one, we don't really need to put it in any juices. There you go. And then we leave that to the side. Let me start packing away and cleaning up my station.
At this stage, it's very likely you're going to.
Alright.
Where is it? Where are you?
Alright.
Oh, take a picture.
Let's start moving everything.
What? No, so I have to take a picture. No kissy kiss until we take a picture.
Now we have to clean up our station because we're not gonna fucking well be able to serve on a dirty station. So take that, clean it off quickly,
area where you were standing.
wipe it down and everything. Take this. Alright, I'm gonna cut the steak on the side.
Negative 9.5. Good. Alright, listen, you spooky bitch, just touch something. Fuck's sakes.
That's my brother in the background, don't mind him. So basically the steak has been cooked to the point where it's tender to the bite.
Because the ghost don't stir it off, because it could be a minute.
This will be saved for tomorrow, for a bit of lunch. Alright, now this is what you do. Clean your hands that you just
In
licked.
terms of the days, when does the mimic start triggering, or is it just depending
Alright.
on the ghosty
I'm
shit?
gonna first put on some onion. Now again, this is how I do it. You can do it your own way, but basically, I'm just doing my thing. All right, so that's there you go. So we're gonna put it like that.
It's fine, I'm bringing
And
70
here we go.
minutes, just in case.
I just grab a bit of fresh. Oh. There you go. I'm gonna grab some cabbage. And yes, cabbage. Because the thing is with the cabbage, it's going to absolutely
remember,
give some delicious
You get a
flavor.
7 of those
going in
for
there.
this one, so if anything happens, shoot it and
I'm
run.
gonna put some fresh over there. And on top, we're gonna add a bit of the other one, which is a more coleslaw type. The reason for it is that will mix with the regular and give you more. Basically, yeah. This is why I'm basically possibly not a chef. Can't really describe what I'm doing. Okay. Then we take the tomatoes, put them on here. Now, as I said with tomatoes, add salt. Because salt will actually give it some amazing flavors. We don't need to add an MSG because tomatoes have natural MSG in them. Here we go. Add in just a pinch. Right. And then some onion. The onion, as I said, is going to give it a nice crunch, but also a bit of like a freshness to it. Add a bit of that. A bit of that. There you go. It's looking good so far. Now, the steaks.
Here, have a ball.
Put a good amount over there. Yeah, this is basically going to fall apart. I know. But basically, you can just cook it as it is. Yeah, I know. This isn't going to be the best video, but you know what? It's making good food.
That's what the Adams family picture over here. The Searing, the Searing, all together, the Adams.
Then,
The Adams.
we're going to quickly do this quickly.
What, do you
Just
enjoy
heat it
the
up,
song? Now
because-
play something. Fuck's sake.
What we're actually going to do,
Is that you?
we're going to take a bit of cheese, we're going to melt it, and then put it on. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy style, literally. This is just me cooking food and everything. But do take some of my my tips a bit, because you've got to have a steak that's delicious and everything. You don't want a piece of trash. In fact, this is what I am planning to do. Yeah, I know this looks weird, but put that back on.
I didn't want you to die.
Take a bit of the cheese.
We got nothing else. to
This
do.
will actually keep it together. And yes, I'm cooking for myself, so yeah. Oh dear.
Alright, sure, you're over here.
Oh lord, this video is going. This live stream is going to look weird. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We were doing so well.
Next,
The
over
cheese is
here,
basically
please.
melted.
All the shit,
Okay,
that
we're
we
gonna just do that quickly. And of course the heat steak. Gonna quickly take that away. Put in a new one. Again, canisters, what they're doing.
Somewhere, like, why is it only when there's salt?
Okay, we just want it to just cook, or just melt the cheese a
Hey,
bit.
fuck off.
So we're gonna.
Well, check the teddy, check the teddy.
We're just gonna take this, and since there's still butter in it, we're not gonna cook it so fast. We're not gonna overcook it now. What we're just gonna do is take some of the butter and then just pour it over. Basically, this is a dirty steak sandwich. Again, this is not. I'm showing you what to do, but I'm not a chef, so you don't need to accept what I put out. So there you go. And then just lay that on. Then put the top on. There you go. And we do the same with the other.
Alright, did everyone mark on here? Alright.
I'm gonna do this. Turn off quickly. Try more of this.
Probably
Then just throw a bit more. I'm basically less like Gordon Ramsay and more like juicy fruit snacks from the boys. I just go random. That's my thing. Just be random. I may not cook the best food, but I cooked some delicious food. Okay,
just hope that it's
There.
not bad shit.
this. Okay, quickly.
Nice, they put it back in the black guy.
And the cool thing about this is because of all of the butter particles and the meat particles, it's just gonna make this cheese taste even better.
What? No, my luck is gonna be a demon this round.
Okay. And then,
Start him up.
with that done, turn it off.
Like
this. Place it on. Start them up. And then we just take the top, put it there, and voila! There you go. A nice, cheesy steak sandwich.
Alright, let's see what this break is.
Now, I'm gonna go and eat this off screen because I'm hungry. It's nearly 8:30, and I'm hungry. I just said that, but it's true.
Snack up.
So guys, thank you so much for coming to the live. As I said, take my information, don't take my information. It's not a bother. Just have fun when you cook, and make sure your food tastes good. Because I can tell you right now, that tastes absolutely divine. So guys, with that,
Oh.
have a lovely day. And ending.